softly down tonight on narrow streets beneath the lights. A little cafe by the station, holding quiet conversations. Steam was rising from my cup as the evening slowly stopped. Outside, people came and went, like memories I almost kept. The city never waits for anyone, but somehow tonight it slowed down. Coffee before the last train, watching drops upon the window pane. Tokyo glowing through the rain, nothing lost and nothing gained. Coffee before the last train, one more song before I leave again. Somewhere between goodbye and home, I don't feel so alone. An old record softly played, familiar notes began to fade. 1,000 stories passed this room and disappeared into the moon. The clock kept moving quietly, but time felt different next to me. For just a moment life stood still, long enough to breathe and feel. Coffee before the last train, watching drops upon the window pane. Tokyo glowing through the rain, nothing lost and nothing gained. Coffee before the last train, one more song before I leave again. Somewhere between goodbye and home, I don't feel so alone. Journey starts this way, one small light at the end of a rainy day. Coffee before the last train, the city sings a soft refrain. Tomorrow waits beyond the tracks, but tonight I'm not looking back. Coffee before the last train, one more memory will remain. A quiet cafe in the rain, and the feeling I'll return again. The last train arrives, the record slows, the rain still falls, and Tokyo glows. The last train left an hour ago, but nobody here seems ready to go. A single lamp above the bar glows softer than the distant stars. Records line the wooden walls, like old friends answering silent calls. The city hums beyond the door, but it can't reach us anymore. The clock keeps moving slow and light, as music carries through the night. Jazz Kissa after midnight, vinyl spinning in the amber light. Every note a place to hide from the rushing world outside. Jazz Kissa after midnight, coffee, records, and city lights. For a little while we're free, just the music and me. The owner wipes an empty glass, watching quiet moments pass. No need for words, no need for plans. The music always understands. A trumpet drifts across the room like perfume in the midnight blue. And somewhere in the gentle sound, another memory is found. Jazz Kissa after midnight, vinyl spinning in the amber light. Every note a place to hide from the rushing world outside. Jazz Kissa after midnight, coffee, records, and city lights. For a little while we're free, just the music and me. Outside the rain begins to fall, soft reflections on the wall. Inside the record keeps its pace, filling every empty space. Jazz Kissa after midnight, the world grows smaller every night. Old melodies and worn-out grooves still have magic left to prove. Jazz Kissa after midnight, one more song before first light. When morning comes and dreams depart, these notes will stay inside my heart. The needle turns, the rain comes down. A sleepy cafe in a sleeping town. A narrow stairway, second floor. A tiny sign beside the door. The city rushes far below, but here the world moves soft and slow. An old LP begins to turn, a gentle sound from every groove. Outside the neon floods the streets. Inside the music starts to bloom. The night is young, the lights are bright, but I would rather stay right here tonight. Vinyl spinning in Shinjuku, old songs floating through the room. Coffee cooling by my side while the city rolls outside. Vinyl spinning in Shinjuku, every note feels warm and true. For a little while it seems life is made of simple things. A trumpet sighs across the air, a melody beyond compare. No one asked where I came from, no one asked where I belong. The record crackles softly on like distant echoes blues nearly gone, and every scratch and every sound feels like treasure I have found. Vinyl spinning in Shinjuku, old songs floating through the room, coffee cooling by my side while the city rolls outside. Vinyl spinning in Shinjuku, every note feels warm and true. For a little while it seems life is made of simple things. Maybe happiness is small, a favorite song, a quiet wall, a rainy night, a window view, and finding peace inside of you. Vinyl spinning in Shinjuku, neon dreams and midnight blue. The train will come, the night will end, but I'll be back here once again. Vinyl spinning in Shinjuku, one more memory shining through, a record turning round and round, keeping lost moments safe and sound. The needle slows the final tune. Shinjuku glows beneath the moon. Rain began without a warning on a quiet afternoon. People gathered under awnings, hiding from the silver moon. Vintage jackets in the windows, records stacked from floor to sky. Little streets without a reason always make me lose track of time. Every corner holds a story, every doorway has a song. Umbrellas in Shimokitazawa, floating slowly through the rain. Neon colors on the pavement, turning sadness into paint. Umbrellas in Shimokitazawa, passing strangers side by side. No one knows where they are going, but nobody seems to mind. Coffee shop beside the alley, soft jazz drifting through the air. Someone reading by the window, someone lost in distant cares. The train rolls gently through the evening as the sky begins to fade, and the city lights awaken like memories never erased. Umbrellas in Shimokitazawa, floating slowly through the rain. Neon colors on the pavement, turning sadness into paint. Umbrellas in Shimokitazawa, passing strangers side by side. No one knows where they are going, but nobody seems to mind. Maybe that's the beauty of this town, getting lost without being found. Walking roads you've never planned, with nothing but time in your hands. Umbrellas in Shimokitazawa, rain keeps falling all night long. Every step becomes a rhythm, every light becomes a song. Umbrellas in Shimokitazawa, under skies drifts away. The streets grow quiet, the records play. The rain keeps falling till the end of day. Sunlight through the glass, painting shadows as they pass. A small café beside the park, waking slowly with the larks. The scent of coffee fills the air, old books resting everywhere. Outside bicycles drift along, like the rhythm of a gentle song. No hurry here, no place to be, just a little time for me. A quiet table in Kichijoji, a cup of coffee and a memory. The world keeps turning far away, but I don't mind if I just stay. A quiet table in Kichijoji, sunlight dancing through the leaves. For a moment life feels right, simple days and peaceful life. Children laugh beyond the trees, a soft and wandering summer breeze. Someone writes beside the wall, someone doesn't speak at all. The record player starts to sing an old familiar melody, and every note that fills the room feels like a forgotten dream. A quiet table in Kichijoji, a cup of coffee and a memory. The world keeps turning far away, but I don't mind if I just stay. A quiet table in Kichijoji, sunlight dancing through the leaves. For a moment life feels right, simple days and peaceful life. Maybe happiness is not so far, maybe it lives where we already are. A quiet table in Kichijoji, a little corner made for me. When the city feels too loud, I find my silence in the crowd. A quiet table in Kichijoji, where every season gently breathes. And every time I pass this way, a piece of me remains to stay. Coffee grows cold, the sunlight fades. Another memory gently stays. To Tokyo, just as the evening started slow. Neon colors touched the ground, turning puddles into towns. People move like passing dreams, flowing through electric streams. Every light and every sign blurred together with the night. The city shines, the city fades, 1,000 stories on display. Neon reflections on wet streets, dancing underneath my like somewhere I should know. Neon reflections on wet streets, shimmering with passing dreams. For a moment I belong to the city and this song. A taxi disappears in rain. The station calls another train. Somewhere laughter fills the air, then vanishes like it was never there. The shop signs flicker red and blue, painting pictures I pass through, and every corner seems to hide another world just out of sight. Neon reflections on wet streets, dancing underneath my feet. Every color, every glow feels like somewhere I should know. Neon reflections on wet streets, shimmering with passing dreams. For a moment I belong to the city and this song. The night keeps moving without a plan, just like the footsteps of a wandering man. And maybe that's enough tonight to walk beneath the colored neon reflections on wet streets. The rain and city softly meet. Every puddle holds a sky, every goodbye passes by. Oh, neon reflections on wet streets, floating through my memories. When the morning finally comes, the neon still lives on. Rain on the pavement, lights in the dark. Tokyo keeps glowing inside my heart. The train rolls softly through the night, circling under city lights. Faces drifting in the glass, like little moments rushing past. Umbrellas gather near the doors. Rain paints rivers on the floor. Nobody speaks, nobody stays. The city moves 1,000 ways. Somewhere beyond these passing streets, another story waits for me. Rain on the Yamanote line, Tokyo shining after midnight. Stations calling one by one, while the day is coming undone. Rain on the Yamanote line, a million lives crossing mine. For a moment we belong to the rhythm of this song. A businessman with tired eyes, a student watching neon skies, a traveler holding yesterday and carrying it far away. The tracks continue endlessly around this giant memory. Every stop a different dream, nothing's ever what it seems. Rain on the Yamanote line, Tokyo shining after midnight. stations calling one by one, while the day is coming undone. Rain on the Yamanote line, a million lives crossing mine. For a moment we belong to the rhythm of this song. Outside the window, the city glows. Inside the carriage, nobody knows how many dreams ride through the rain, only to return again. Rain on the Yamanote line, circling through another night. Every station, every line feels like home for just a while. Rain on the Yamanote line, the rain and neon intertwine. And somewhere in this endless ride, I find a little peace inside. The doors close gently, the train moves on. Tokyo keeps singing its midnight song. The rain had stopped an hour ago. The streets were shining down below. A lonely lamp beside the chair still painted shadows everywhere. An old LP was turning slow, playing songs from long ago. The room was small, the night was deep, and the record kept playing. Some memories fade, some memories stay, hidden inside a melody. The record kept playing long after midnight came, turning old feelings into songs, calling forgotten names. The record kept playing round and round again, like a train that never leaves, or a story with no end. Photographs upon the shelf reminded me of someone else. Summer trains and autumn skies reflected in my tired eyes. The coffee cooled beside the light as silence settled through the night, and every note seemed to know exactly where my heart would go. The record kept playing long after midnight came, turning old feelings into songs, calling forgotten names. The record kept playing round and round again, like a train that never leaves, or a story with no end. Maybe time is just a record spinning softly in the dark, leaving little scratches on us like signatures upon the heart. The record kept playing while the city fell asleep, holding moments I had lost and promises I failed to keep. The record kept playing till the first signs of dawn, and somehow when the music stopped, the loneliness was gone. The needle lifted, the room stood still, but somewhere in the silence, the song remained still. The train is nearly empty now, just a few souls riding south. Street lights flicker past the glass like little pieces of the past. A tired suitcase by my side, a quiet city in my eyes. No destination left to chase, only memories to embrace. The night is fading, mile by mile, but somehow I wanna stay a while. One more stop before home, one more station all alone, one more song inside my headphones before the silence takes me home. One more stop before home, under Tokyo's gentle glow, the city whispers soft and low. Don't rush the night, just let it flow. Convenience stores and crossing lights, still awake at 5:30. The baker starts another day while dreamers slowly drift away. The train keeps humming through the dark like an old and faithful heart, and every station that goes by leaves another thought behind. One more stop before home, one more station all alone, one more song inside my headphones before the silence takes me home. One more stop before home, under Tokyo's gentle glow, the city whispers soft and low. Don't rush the night, just let it flow. Maybe happiness isn't far away, maybe it lives in ordinary days. A train ride home, a fading sky, a quiet song before goodbye. One more stop before home, the journey's ending, I know, but every light along the way has given me something to hold. One more stop before home, one last view before I go. And when tomorrow comes around, I'll remember this peaceful road. city says goodnight and disappears. Slowly finds the sky as neon colors say goodbye. The rain has washed the streets below, leaving silver lines that glow. The city wakes without a sound. First trains begin to move around, and somewhere in the early light, the memories remain tonight. Every road we leave behind stays somewhere inside our minds. Tokyo never says goodbye. It lingers like a fading light in quiet songs and rainy nights beneath familiar city skies. Tokyo never says goodbye. Those seasons pass and years go by. The places that we loved remain, waiting for us once again. The coffee shop beside the tracks, the old record store in the back, the station where we missed a train, the window blurred by summer rain. Small moments scattered through the years still appear and reappear like postcards drifting through the air, reminding us they're always there. Tokyo never says goodbye. It lingers like a fading light in quiet songs and rainy nights beneath familiar city skies. Tokyo never says goodbye. The seasons pass and years go by. The places that we loved remain, waiting for us once again. Maybe that's why we return, not to find something new, but to meet the person we used to be. Tokyo never says goodbye. It stays within the heart and mind. Every train and every street, every stranger that we meet. Tokyo never says goodbye. Its echoes travel through the years, and even when we're far away, the city softly reappears. The morning comes, the journey ends, but somewhere down those rainy streets, Tokyo waits again.